I hope I am audible to everyone and you can hear me. If you can hear me, please put a comment down below. So I think we shall start. So as given in the title of the video, today's session will be about American English versus British English. നമ്മൾ അതിന്റെ ഡിഫറൻസ് ആണ് നോക്കാൻ പോകുന്നത്. A lot of students have this question. എന്താണ് actual ഉള്ള difference? Is it only the accent or are there other parts of it that we have to keep in mind while using both of these kinds of English, right? So American English and British English, there are many differences. First, as all of you know, accent, of course, there is a difference. Okay, other namku Indian English accent ഉണ്ട്, നമുക്ക് British English ഉണ്ട്, American English ഉണ്ട്. So accent is one of the main things that is completely different. What else is different is the spelling. Spellings ഭയങ്കര different ആണ് American English and British English. Then another thing is vocabulary. Vocabulary also is different. American English and British English. നമ്മൾ certain words നമ്മൾ British Englishൽ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നത് അതിൽ വേറെ വേർഡ്സ് ആയിരിക്കും നമ്മൾ American Englishൽ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നത്. And pronunciation as well. Okay, pronunciation also is very different in American English and British English. Ellam words alla, but certain words are different in British English as well as American English. Okay. So today we'll be mainly looking at the pronunciation part. We'll start with pronunciation of how it is different in British English and American English. Okay. So we'll start with the first word, that is OFTEN. Okay. We are going to look at how are you going to pronounce this word both in British English as well as in American English. So OFTEN എന്ന് പറയുന്ന word in British English നമ്മൾ often എന്നാണ് pronounce ചെയ്യുന്നത്. So another thing what I forgot to mention is ഇന്ത്യയിൽ സാധാരണ നമ്മൾ ബ്രിട്ടീഷ് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ആണ് ഫോളോ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. In schools we learn British English, that will be the spellings or the pronunciation. നമ്മൾ കൂടുതലായിട്ട് ബ്രിട്ടീഷ് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ആണ് നമ്മൾ സ്കൂൾസിലെല്ലാം പഠിക്കുന്നത്. Spellings and the pronunciation, even vocabulary, we follow British English. But it's good to know American English in case you are planning to settle abroad in the US or you are working for a US based company. It's good to know. And most of you might be having doubts എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഇങ്ങനെ പ്രൊനൗൺസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, ഇങ്ങനെ പ്രൊനൗൺസ് ചെയ്തൂടെ. So that's why we are going to go into this. So OFTEN often എന്നാണ് നമ്മൾ ബ്രിട്ടീഷ് ഇംഗ്ലീഷിൽ പ്രൊനൗൺസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. But in American English അവർ ആ ടി അവിടെ പ്രൊനൗൺസ് ചെയ്യാറുള്ളൂ. Often എന്നാണ് പ്രൊനൗൺസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. In British English നമ്മൾ ടി പ്രൊനൗൺസ് ചെയ്യാറില്ല. Okay. In American English we use the T over there. The T is pronounced over there. So in British English, you pronounce it as often, and in American English, you pronounce it as often. Okay. Now, the second word, SCHEDULE. Okay. Commonly, Indians do pronounce it as schedule. You might commonly hear അങ്ങനെ ഒരു pronunciation, schedule. But that is actually wrong. And the Indian English pronunciation ആണ്. In British English, you say schedule. Schedule എന്നാണ് pronunciation British English. It's like an SHEH sound. And അവിടെ dual എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് stress കൊടുക്കാറില്ല. It's mostly like a JOOL sound. So schedule എന്നാണ് നമ്മൾ British English pronounce ചെയ്യുന്നത്. And schedule എന്നാണ് American English. SKEH എന്നാണ് American English pronounce ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Schedule എന്നാണ് നമ്മൾ pronounce ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Okay, so schedule in British English and schedule in American English. Okay. Now the next word, EITHER. Okay, EITHER. So in British English we pronounce it as either. Okay. നമ്മൾ ഐ എന്ന് പറയത്തില്ലേ, അതേപോലെ ഐ ത. That's how we pronounce it in British English. And in American English you say either. ഈ എന്ന ശബ്ദം കൊടുക്കത്തില്ലേ, either എന്നാണ് ബ്രിട്ടീഷ് ഇംഗ്ലീഷിൽ അമേരിക്കൻ ഇംഗ്ലീഷിൽ പ്രൊനൗൺസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Either in British and either in American English. Okay. Similar to that is another word, Neither. Okay, Neither. So ഇത് ബ്രിട്ടീഷ് ഇംഗ്ലീഷിൽ നൈദർ എന്നാണ് പ്രൊനൗൺസിയേഷൻ നമ്മൾ കൊടുക്കുന്നത്. നൈദർ, നൈദർ, ലൈക്ക് NIGH, നൈദർ. Okay, but in British English it is neither, neither, NEETH, neither. So neither and neither. Okay, neither and neither. That's how you pronounce it. Okay. So the next word is ENVELOPE. Okay, ENVELOPE. So in British English we pronounce it as envelope, envelope. Okay, but in American English we pronounce it as envelope, envelope. ഒരു on എന്ന ശബ്ദം അവിടെ വരുന്നുണ്ട്. നമ്മള് in the spelling, of course, it is starting with an E, but the pronunciation you give it as envelope. Okay, in British English it's envelope, and in American English it is envelope. Okay, so that's the difference between both those words. Now the next word is PRIVACY. PRIVACY. So mikkuveru, I think most of you might be pronouncing it as privacy itself, right? That is the American pronunciation actually. Privacy. 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 Okay. But in British English, they pronounce it as privacy. 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 You might have heard this in a lot of movies or series and all. If there are British actors or if they are playing a role as a British person, you might hear them using this word privacy. So people might think it's another word. Allah, it is the same. Privacy and privacy, both are the same word, just the different pronunciations. Privacy is the British pronunciation. Privacy is the American pronunciation. Okay. Yeah. The next word is SEMI. SEMI. So most of us pronounce it as semi, right? Semicircle, okay, semicolon. അങ്ങനെയല്ല നമ്മൾ പ്രൊനൗൺസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. സെമി, സെമി. That is actually the British pronunciation. Semi, semi. In America they do pronounce it as semi, semi, sem. എന്നിട്ട് ഒരു ഐയുടെ പ്രൊനൗൺസിയേഷൻ ആണ് അവിടെ കൊടുക്കുന്നത്. Semi, semi circle, semicolon. അങ്ങനെയാണ് they do pronounce it. We pronounce it as British English semi, and American English it is semi. Okay. Yeah. The next is a common confusion for a lot of people, like എന്താണ് pronounce ചെയ്യേണ്ടതെന്ന് അറിയത്തില്ല. VASE ആണ് വേർഡ്. VASE. VASE. So in British English you pronounce it as was. Was. VARS ഒരു pronunciation ആണ് കൊടുക്കുന്നത്. Was. Okay. And in American English they say base. Base. So you know what the meaning of this word is, like flower vase, flower vase. You can pronounce it either way. Flower vase, flower vase, both are correct. Just that vase is British and vase is American. That's the only difference. Okay. And the next word is VITAMIN. I've heard a lot of like confusions on this itself. People don't know how to pronounce it. They know both the pronunciations, but they don't know which one to use. They think that the other one is wrong. But രണ്ട് രീതിയിലും pronounce ചെയ്യാം. It is vitamin, which is the British pronunciation. You can pronounce it as vitamin. That's a British one. And vitamin. Vitamin. Like an A sound is being over the vitamin. Vitamin is the American pronunciation. So vitamin, British, and vitamin is the American pronunciation. Okay. Now, next word is ZEBRA. So this also you might have heard the pronunciation in TV shows, even in like nursery rhymes and things like that, where you might have heard the various pronunciations of this. So usually we say zebra. Right. I think a lot of people say zebra. That is actually the American pronunciation. Zebra. The American pronunciation ആണ്. And the British pronunciation is zebra. Zebra. I think Australians also say zebra. So zebra is the British pronunciation and zebra is the American pronunciation. Okay. Now, next word is tomato. I've heard a lot of variations of this as well. Indians do pronounce it differently, but we'll see the British and American pronunciation. Tomato. So in British English, we say tomato, tomato, and MAA sound is coming over there. Tomato. To, like TUHMAATOW. That's the pronunciation. That's a breakdown of the pronunciation. Tomato. And in British English, we say tomato. Tomato. So the ma becomes may over there. Tomato. Tomato. That's how you pronounce it in British English. Sorry, American English. British English, it's tomato. And American English, it's tomato. The next is an everyday usage word. It's a simple word. You might think it is AUNT. Okay. Usually we say aunt, right? Aunt. That is the British pronunciation, aunt. And in American English, they pronounce it as aunt. Mainly because again the accent is different over there. So the A pronunciation will be different. So that's why this word has a different pronunciation. Aunt in British English, aunt in American English. And the next word is ANTI. ANTI. Okay. Most of us might be saying anti, right? Anti. Anti-fragile and things like that. Anti. So that is actually the British English. And anti. And in American English, they say anti. Anti എന്നാണ് pronunciation കൊടുക്കുന്നത്. Like ANTIE പോലത്തെ ഒരു pronunciation ആണ് കൊടുക്കുന്നത്. Anti. Okay, so in British English, they say anti, and in American English, they say anti. And the last pronunciation word that we'll be discussing for today is ROUTE. ROUTE. So usually all of us say, like, pronounce it as route. Do you know the route to this place? Route എന്നാണ്. ROUTE. നമ്മുടെ route എന്നാണ്. Usually you might have heard everywhere. That is the British English pronunciation. In American English, actually, അവർ route എന്നാണ് pronounce ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Route, like ROW ഒരു pronunciation ഉണ്ടാവും. Route എന്നാണ് they do pronounce this. Okay. So yeah, these were the words, different words and pronunciation. Often, often, schedule, schedule, either, neither, neither, then privacy, privacy, semi, semi. So these were the pronunciation words. Okay. Now another thing what I mentioned earlier is spelling ilum vyathyasam vararundi. So adinte korchu spellings, which all are the words mainly, because sometimes when you type up നമ്മുടെ autocorrect, they might be different. If now in case your keyboard is set to the US American, US English, the spellings might come up on your screen, right? So we just discuss a few of the different spelling variations as well. So common ആയിട്ടുള്ളത് അവർ ഈ യു എടുത്ത് മാറ്റുന്നതാണ്. There are a lot of words where British English അവിടെ യു കാണും, American English അവർ യു എടുത്ത് മാറ്റും. There's no u. It's all short form. Most of the words, if you look, like the unnecessary words, they taken shorten it up, so it's easier to spell. That is what we are going to look at. So common ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു word ആണ് color. COLOUR ആണ് British English, but in American English it's just COLOR. They have removed the u over there. അതേപോലെ there are many words like flavor, humor, labor, neighbor. ഈ വേർഡ്സ് എല്ലാം അതിനകത്തൊരു യു ഉണ്ട്. When it comes to American English, അവർ ആ യു എടുത്ത് മാറ്റുന്നു. For example, for flavor, FLAVOR മാത്രമാണ് യു എടുത്ത് മാറ്റിയിരിക്കുന്നത്. Humor, that also HOMOR. That's it. U is omitted over there. Similarly, labor, LABOUR ആണ് സാധാരണ spelling. They have changed it to LABOR. That's it. Neighbor, NEIGHBOUR, there are certain like words where അവര് L എടുത്ത് മാറ്റും. L അല്ല, yeah, L അല്ല, ചില words like S and all they change over there. For example, defense എന്ന് പറയുന്ന word DEFENCE ആണ് word. അവര് CE ന് പകരം ആയിരിക്കും ആഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അതേപോലെ ലൈസൻസ് സിഇ വരുന്നത് SE മാറ്റും. അതേപോലെ ഒഫൻസ് OFFENCE മാറ്റും. And then like certain verbs are also different. Okay. Now നമ്മൾ ട്രാവൽഡിന് TRAVELLED എന്നല്ലേ സാധാരണ പറയുന്നത്, ഓർ ട്രാവലിങ്ങിന് TRAVELLING. Avada, when they change it, they have removed the L over there. One L is omitted. So TRAVELED matre ollo. TRAVELING. That's it. So the unnecessary L is removed over there. Okay. And another common word that is different in American English and British English, the spelling is different, is the word jewelry. Jewelry in the parana word. In British English, it is JEWELLERY. Okay, but in British English, avada oru L um E um maatittundu. It's just JEWELLRY. That's it. They make it more simpler. Okay, so there are a lot of spelling variations also. If you are look up, you will be able to see kore words in the spelling variations of them. Like many words are different in British English and American English when it comes to spelling, but both are correct as well. Okay, you can either learn both or you can just stick to one. You can use anything. So I hope this session was helpful for y'all. Any questions, anyone? Y'all can put it down in the comments if y'all have any questions of what I've just said. So I guess nobody has any questions. Anyways, I hope this session was helpful for you. The next session will probably be a continuation to this. So make sure that you join, because we have to discuss the vocabulary as well, right? So make sure that you join for that. It will be the continuation of this. Okay. So anyways, thank you all for joining. Have a wonderful night. I'll speak to you during the next slide. Thank you also.